What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about training camp and what's been happening for Big Blue. But before I dive into that, folks, make sure to go check us out on all of our social media platforms at Big Blue Avenue on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get all your exclusive, up-to-date New York Football Giants content from yours truly, Hank and Dichter, and Sam Cardona, the girl who talks sports. And folks, we are also proud to be partnering with our sponsor, Big Blue Avenue, presented by BetUS. You can sign up with our promo code below there at Join125. Get a 125% sign-up bonus and start betting on your mobile device anywhere, anytime. Make sure to click that link in the description of this video to get all your best bets. That is BetUS, America's #1 favorite sportsbook. And now, the biggest news of the day for New York Giants training camp is Dane Belton, rookie safety, has a broken collarbone. Now, the return of pads started today on Monday. It was the first time being in pads for a lot of players who were coming off of season-ending injuries last season, which was huge. Fourth-round pick Dane Belton was seen in a sling, his right arm, so he did break his collarbone, unfortunately. He could return for week 1, and it's a shame because he's impressed at camp early on. He's gotten first-team reps in 3 safety sets, and it stinks because the Giants are already thin at this position, right? You have Xavier McKinney, Julian Love, Andrew Adams, and then I think they let Henry Black go last week, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Giants now at that safety position. I would guess Andrew Adams, the veteran being, will have to step in and be that third safety right now with Dane Belton dealing with some injury issues. Other injury news that, isn't thrilling for Giants fans. Starting center John Feliciano misses his 3rd straight practice due to heat and hydration issues. Head coach Brian Daboll said he'll be in there this week, probably later in the week. So far, Jamil Douglas and Shane Lemieux have been splitting the center reps on the first team. Shane Lemieux has never played center before, and it's great to see him right now having the edge at the first team left guard position, as I predicted. Now, with Lemieux moving over to center, Josh Azudu is getting first team left guard reps. And then the fact that they're mixing in Jamil Douglas makes me think Douglas is ahead of guys like Ben Bredesen and Marcus McKethan. A lot of people have automatically given a roster spot to Marcus McKethan. He was a 5th-round draft pick this year, one of our 2 5th-round draft picks, but I came out and said I'm not so sure I entirely agree with that because McKethan is going to have to prove it. He may have to spend a year on the practice squad. Because the Giants did sign a lot of depth in the offseason, not just Mark Lewinsky and John Feliciano, but I did mention Jamil Douglas, who's a utility player. They have Matt Gono, the swing tackle right now, with Matt Pert being on the PUP list, and Nick Gates. There's been rumors that Nick Gates could potentially play in the preseason, which is absolutely fantastic to hear. Do I believe he'll play in the preseason? No. But the fact that there's even a chance just goes to show you how well his rehab has been going. Other players who did not practice today, Ricky Seals-Jones, tight end, did not practice. It's looking more and more like Daniel Bellinger will be the starting tight end to open up week 1 against the Tennessee Titans. Daniel Bellinger, 4th-round rookie out of San Diego State. And the move that took place today, Giants did sign another secondary player, a safety, that is. They signed Jarrod Wilson, and they waive injured cornerback Jarren Williams, who was dealing with a lingering hamstring issue. Jarrod Wilson is 28 years old. He's 6'1", 209 pounds. Played his first 5 years of his NFL career with the Jaguars. He split 2021 with the Jets and the 49ers. And I like this signing, not just because Williams was hurt and inexperienced, but it's more the experience that Wilson brings in. He's played in 84 regular season games, 33 starts, and 4 in the playoffs. 3 of them for the Jaguars in 2017, where they advanced to the AFC title game. Has 176 career tackles, 12 in the backfield, 3 picks, and 9 passes defended. And this is a guy who was an undrafted rookie free agent out of Michigan back in 2016. But his real career year came in 2019, where he started all 16 games 14 of them at free safety, which is definitely a plus when you're playing in Wink Martindale's scheme. Had a career high 73 tackles and 2 interceptions. Now, this is a guy entering his 7th year in the National Football League compared to Jarrod Williams, who has played just 2 and has spent about half of that time on the practice squad. So it's a clear upgrade despite the difference in position. I really didn't view Jarrod Williams as very versatile. Now, I know he started 2 games last year, played in 6 for Big Blue. He wasn't a bad player for a guy who came out of Albany as a UDFA in 2020. Local New York guy that's going to have a special place in some people's hearts and minds. But 16 tackles and 1 pass defended. Look, he's not very experienced. Bringing Jarrod Wilson in here is a good idea, especially due to the injury of Dane Belton. Do I think Wilson will make the final roster? I don't think so. I do ultimately think the Giants will carry 4 safeties, and that'll be McKinney, Love, Adams, and Belton. But I do think Jarrod Wilson is a good body to bring in. He's a veteran. Some young players could learn things from him. It'll provide some competition on that back line. And in case there's another injury, God forbid, you have a veteran like Jarrod Wilson who will be able to come in and give you some playing time. Now, other big news in training camp, Darnay Holmes has shined. Last year, he had to fend off Aaron Robinson for the slot corner position. Robinson got hurt, and Darnay Holmes still did a fantastic job. Now, with James Bradbury being gone, Dory Jackson has slid up to CB1 and Aaron Robinson to CB2, leaving Darnay Holmes to mound the slot again for now. But with Cordell Flott knocking on the door, Darnay Holmes has answered the doorbell. He had an interception in each of the first 3 days of training camp, which is absolutely outstanding. And I really like what the defense has done so far. I do expect them to struggle a little bit to start the season, but they've held their own. We saw Leonard Williams get a couple good reps in against the Giants' interior offensive line. And then offensively as well, the O-line. Evan Neal had a few good reps against Kayvon Thibodeau. And I like the state of where the Giants are headed. I expect Feliciano to be back this week. Dane Belton will hopefully be back for week 1 of 2022. And we'll see what happens with Jarrod Wilson. Folks, if you like what you watch, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Big Blue Avenue. Make sure to hit us up on Instagram and Twitter as well. If you have any questions for us, we'd be happy to answer them on our short videos here on the YouTube channel. Ring the bell for notifications and much more. And folks, without further ado, let's go Big Blue.